Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be drawing some staffs because we are doing the theme of magic. That's a terrible underline. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and get straight into it. I don't really have a specific staff in mind that I'm going for, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. What is a staff? Just a stick with something on the end anyways. So we'll be able to figure something out. We'll draw a couple staffs. Maybe we'll draw that one staff I designed a while ago, but never really did anything with it. Maybe we'll go ahead and use that one. We could use that as like a base reference and go ahead and just come up with some random shit. Here we go. Here is a staff. Go ahead and give this staff a crystal of some sorts, because it's not long enough to be hanging anything from, so it will just need to be a floating crystal. And there's a staff with a crystal. Now let's go ahead and try and do one with thinking it through. I kind of wanted to just chuck one down because I wanted to see what I could... I mainly just wanted to get it started by just chucking one down. And here's a little wrap just because I kind of felt like it needed one. But now that I got it started, let's go ahead and try and draw one that I want to draw. How about drawing one with a ball on the end? Alright. Go ahead and go like this. Gotta make the stick not straight, because why would we want it to be straight? These are just sticks. Sticks aren't just normally fully straight. They've normally got some detail to them. Alright, there's the stick. Now we could probably add some little bumps on these sticks, maybe a couple twigs coming off of it. Some stuff like that. No, that necessarily looks amazing, but I mean, it's fine. It's not necessarily meant to not necessarily meant to look amazing. We'll go ahead and add just a bunch of random details because, well, what else are we gonna do? Not add details? Alright, then we'll do one more. This one will be encasing the ball, so we'll need it to be the largest, and we'll have it come up like that, come up like that, then we'll have it come up like that, and we'll go ahead and place the ball right in here. Now, what kind of staff is this? Is this a fire staff, a nature staff, a water staff? Well, I don't really know. Maybe we could try fire. Give it some fiery effects. Go ahead and shade it in a little bit. Alright, go ahead and make this part of the ball a little darker. There we go. And how are we going to do these little flamies? Flames. I remember there was something I did to draw flames, but I can't remember what it was. I literally drew flames like just a couple days ago. I did like some shapes or something and then like drew flames kind of around those shapes. And that's how I was drawing flames. But I can't really remember how I did it. I've never shown that drawing in a video either before. I might as well show it now, because I actually really like that drawing. Hold on. Oh, whoops, that's too far. That's what I did today. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. There it is. Flames. Goose. Goose. Yeah, I just wanted to show my goose drawing, because I never showed it to anywhere but my Discord. Alright. Now, go ahead and just add some little lines like this down the whole thing. Kind of like adding some detail or whatever. And there we go. Here is our little flamey staff. Is it perfect? No. It could 100% be better. It's not even fully in line to how we would actually want it. We would want this part facing up. If you go like this, the bottom, and like none of this is actually in line, it should be like this. It should still be wavy, but if we look at the waviness of this one, it still all mostly lines up. Not necessarily the best staff I've ever drawn. Alright, what if we draw a swirly staff? Maybe not that big, but let's go ahead and give this a shot. We'll go ahead and go like that for a starting. Alright. There we go. Oh wait, I didn't think that through, did I? Alright. Now, this isn't going to be the bestest circle staff, but I think I'm fine with that. Now, what if we add some wrap around here? I like doing this loose wrap. It's not 100%, you know, how it probably should be, but I like doing it because I think it looks nice. But also a tight wrap can also look pretty nice, but that requires, like, more brain cells than I want to put into this. Speaking of more brain cells, I was actually going to draw a little cat today, with a witch hat. Then someone else did that for this challenge, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that now. And I decided to draw staffs. I could have still drawn the witch cat, but I'm gonna say that person's the reason. Is it really? No, I just couldn't think of anything to actually draw. But we're gonna blame that person. The fall goes completely on that person. Yep. Not really. But, it's funny. Alright, we should, add some detail. Detail. I'm saying detail, but really I'm just shading in the fucking wood. And, like, poorly, too. Alright. Now, this, we got a little circle charm. And then this, we'll have a little gem charm. And then right here, we'll have a little square charm. That doesn't necessarily look that square, but, you know, that's fine. And there we go. There's some little charms. There we go. There's another staff. Is that one perfect either? No. Doesn't matter? No. I'm just messing around. What about some other staff? Should we do some other staffs? Of course we should. Should I draw a dragon? Yes, I should, but not right now. I should just draw dragons because dragons are cool. Let's try to think of like a wild, like lots of sticks coming off of its staff. Alright, hold on. Let's try to think this through just a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and actually add detail to it. Alright. What about like this? And then actually we could make this completely straight. Cut the wood off like this. Like kind of make it overlap onto a tight wrapped handle. Onto more little wood. And then what will the bottom look like? I don't know. We can't really see the bottom of the staff, can we? I guess it'll probably, I don't know, be just flat. Maybe. I don't know. Let's go ahead and erase this one and then make it a little neater. You can barely see that fire. That's fine though. What else am I gonna do? What am I gonna shade the fire? No, I'm gonna outline it more. Alright. There we go. Outlining some fire. Making it slightly less sharp, but you know, whatever. That's fine. Alright, we'll go ahead and go like this. Go like that. Tap it. Move that, shove that in there, put it on the carpet, get my hair wrapped around it, and throw my hair away, put that there. This is all part of the process, trust me. It all had to be done. Alright, and then we have to, before we do that, we have to label these. 1, 2, 3. Alright, how do we actually want to do this one? Okay. What if this one is like that? And then this one, we'll go ahead and put that a little more like this. And there we go, like this. Alright, now there, then go like this, and that, and there we go. Perfect. Now we'll go ahead and try to make this look a little more realistic with it being like wood. Try to erase some of the other bits right there. Alright. Now how are we gonna do this? I want this tight wrap to be tight, but I want it to be sloppy, if that makes sense. Like this is a worn down wrap. But it's still tight, it's just a worn down fabric. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright. There we go. That looks pretty good. Not perfect, but that's pretty good, honestly. And then we'll just go like this for the end. And erase that little bit right there. And there we go. That's not a bad staff. I like this one. Because it's the weirdest compared to how I normally do staffs. I normally do them with one thing that could encase a spell. In terms of you fire spell could come out of this or circle around this. Hence come out of this, come out of this, or if the gem wasn't there, circle around where the gem hole is, and this circle around this little middle point or the end. But this one kind of would just have to be the end, which I like because it's cool. It's cool looking. It's cool looking. All right, this one is number 4. We can still draw more because what else am I gonna do? Again, nothing else going on. Just draw some staffs. I can fit one more staff right here. What kind of staff should we do? Ah, yes, hiccup staff. What if we do a weapon staff? Like you can hit people with this staff. No. What if we do sharp staff? Like this staff has a blade. Yes, this staff has a blade on it. Let's think this blade through. How are we gonna do this blade? Okay. Instead of just throwing something down like we did last time, we're going to think this one through and throw shit down. Alright, we got that part of the staff. What if we then go like this? Crystal is in here. And then, what else? Well, this is a blade. But if the crystal's gonna be in there, what if we make the blade like this? Well, hold on. Now we have to erase this so we can actually see what's going on. Hold on. Let's try and bring the blade up from here. Then we can. How are we gonna do this? This will need to be diagonal right here to connect onto, I guess, this, which will be holding onto the ball, which this will be like this, held onto this, which I guess we could make this some type of swirling type of metal, maybe. I don't know. It's made out of metal though, probably, because, well, this is a blade after all. Go like this, then go like that. There we go. There's a blade, and then the crystal ball right here. We'll just go ahead and shade that in. I don't really know. I don't really have any special thoughts for this ball or like any elements or anything I was thinking of. Probably could do this inside bit a little bit better, but it's not terrible. Hold on. Let me actually grab Tiny. Go ahead and try and add some details that I did just think of. Go like this, and then like that, and then here. Then we have these like this. Like these are different little slots of metal holding on to the staff. And then we've just got this part right here. What is this weird ass part? I don't know. Staff part. Don't ask me. What do I look like? A person with answers? Go ahead and shade that shit. Shade this shit. Shade most of this shit. Erase this. Now sharpen it. And there we go. Got ourselves a little blade staff. Number 5. That could probably be worked on a little bit, but hey, it looks decent. He's not bad. We're gonna go ahead. Whoop, that's gone. We're gonna go ahead and call this Dunzo. I think this counts as magic. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Bye.